Hi guys. So I just wanted to come and give you some encouragement today. I know we're moving into a brand new season, we're moving into a brand new year and even a brand new quarter. And I want to encourage you to break down your goals. I know by now many of you would have written down your goals in a book somewhere, and you're taking some days off to spend with your family and stuff, and then in a few days you're going to jump back on that wagon, right? To be the best entrepreneur that you can possibly be. And I know you may have written down your goals like for the next year, for the next 12 months. I want to encourage you to ensure that you get it done, that you break it down. So if you have said to yourself by the end of this year, I want to have X, Y, and Z done, you need to break that down. Break it down into like 90-day goals. Like, so my question to my clients is always, what has to happen in your business over the next 90 days? 90 days is 3 months, it's 12 weeks, it's short, it's doable. Again, it's not about trying to accomplish everything one time. Some things are low-hanging fruits, meaning that you can do them really quickly, with minimum effort, with minimum financial investment, and they can literally be moved off your plate really, really quickly. And then there are some things that are going to take a bigger financial investment that might take more of your time and more of your resources. The key is not to try to do everything one time, or not to try to do everything in one quarter. You decide in every quarter what are your main priorities, right? Break it down. Because if you just write, by the end of the year, this has to happen, then trust and believe that nothing is going to happen. But if you break it down and you say, okay, the first 90 days of the year, this has to happen, and then in the second 90 days, this has to happen, and the third 90 days, this has to break it down. And then even as you break down those 90 days, it's 12 weeks, right? Approximately 12 weeks. You want to break that down even further, because you know that 90 days is 3 months. So in the first month, this has to happen. In the second month, this has to happen. In the third month, this has to happen. Break it down even further, right? In the first week, as I go back out to share my offers with my audience, what is the first set of things that has to happen in that first week? What is the first email that I'm going to send out? What is the first video I'm going to do? What's the first offer I'm going to put out? What amount of money am I going to make in that first week? Like, really, really break it down. And guys, that helps with you not becoming overwhelmed. It helps with you not procrastinating and creating all kind of excuses. And it really helps you to achieve those goals. It's easier to manage. It's easier to keep track of, because remember, the goals are smart, so it's easier for you to measure when you break it down into those kind of manageable goals. And you can break it down even further. What has to happen every single day? Right? And that could be something as simple as, every single day I want to work for 3 to 4 hours in my business, and in those 3 to 4 hours I want to make sure that I share my offer twice, that I send out one email, that I do one pre-recorded video talking about my offer, that I am actually doing the things. Because guys, it's not about, a lot of you guys, when you do these goal setting stuff and these plans for the new year, you talk about a lot of busy work, right? The things that are not generating income. And yes, there are going to be parts of your business that are not about income generating, but you want to make sure that you spend more time in the income generating aspects of your business, or at least every single day you are doing something that is going to generate income in your business, whether that's sending an email, doing a reel, a story, a video, sending out a proposal, following up with past clients, upselling, cross-selling, whatever that looks like in your business, because we know it's not a one-size-fits-all, right? But the point is that every single day you should be doing an income-generating activity. So when you look at your overall goal and you break that 90 days down into months, and then you break that down into weeks, and then you break that down into days, every single day on your list of things to do, you should have at least 1 to 3 income generating activities, not just busy work, right? Not just busy work. Busy work, it could be like, you're spending 3 hours on Canva designing a flyer. That's busy work, right? If it's taking you 3 to 4 hours to design a flyer, you need to outsource that because it shouldn't be taking that long. There's a lot of time to spend on a flyer when you could be engaging with your audience. You can be doing a webinar, you can be having a sale, you could be upselling, you could be cross-selling, you could be sending out an email with your offers and that kind of thing, right? You really have to decide what makes sense for me to do and what should I outsource. What can I get somebody else to do for me, right? And it doesn't cost a lot of money to get to outsource, right? And that's a very huge misconception, because if you want your goals to really come to life and come to fruition, you also have to make those kind of decisions, right? What am I really good at in my business? What do I excel at in my business? And let me focus on those things so that, my business is always growing and my business is always reaching where I want it to be. Where am I struggling? Where do I struggle in writing content? Do I struggle in writing my blog? Do I struggle in the email setup, just setting up the emails and sending them out? Do I struggle with consistency? Do I struggle with creating that flyer in Canva? Do I struggle with my video marketing? Where do I struggle? And if I struggle in these areas, how can I get the help to make sure that it's not something that is going to keep me back from reaching my goals this year? You understand what I mean, guys? It takes a real shift in your mindset, and it takes a lot of intentionality. You have to be very intentional. It's not about complaining about the same things for the last 6 months. We're not going into the new year complaining. We're going into the new year with a strategy, with intention, with focus to ensure that the goals that we are setting out, that we actually do achieve them and we get exactly what we want in this business, because this is what you deserve. This is what you've been asking for. This is why you started your business. This is why you're pushing so hard and you're burning the midnight oil and you're working on a weekend and you're sacrificing some time with your family and friends, because you want to achieve a certain amount of success. You want to achieve a certain amount of profits. You want your business to grow. You want to leave a legacy. You want to have a softer life. You want to help people. So many reasons why, right? But a lot of times we are keeping ourselves back because we're not willing to make that shift in our mindset and a shift in how we do business so that we can actually achieve the goal that we want. So my suggestion to you, my advice to you, is to break that goal into smaller parts, make it more manageable, make it more digestible, break that 12-month into 90-day goals. What has to happen in your business in the first 90 days of 2024? Let that be a guide. Break that down into what has happened every single week, and then intentionally make sure it happens. Whether I have to make a phone call, whether I have to do some research, whether I have to, talk to somebody, whether I have to reach out to past clients and get into action. And every single day in your diary or your planner, write down exactly what you're going to do. Start with the end in mind. So the end result is that I want this amount of clients or this amount of money. What do I need to sell? How much do I need to sell every single day? How much do I need to price to get that amount of sales, right? Break it down. Start with the end in mind and move forward from there, or move backward. I don't know how you say it, right? But break those goals down, guys, so that you can actually get what you want in this coming season. I'm so excited to see what you come up with, and I'm so excited to support you on this journey. And as usual, if you have any questions, just drop it in the comments and I'll be glad to answer for you. Have a great day.